y'all, it's Rebecca, and March has come and gone, so that means it is time for another income report where I show you exactly what I made on Amazon KDP with low content books throughout the month. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe so you can see all of my income reports and track how this journey has been going for me. I have been completely transparent from day one about whether Amazon KDP is a venture that I have liked, and each and every one of the hurdles I've had to overcome, I've shared along the way. That said, I know I give plenty of detail in my earlier videos about my thought process and certain little caveats, so I highly recommend you go back and watch some of the earlier videos, especially my first month ever income report, to truly get a glimpse of all of the thoughts I have as I dive into these numbers. This March 2024, I don't think was too extraordinary with too many important things to note. So I'm just sharing a quick glimpse of how it looked for any of you that are curious or any of you that are looking for other sellers to compare trends in your book sales for the month. So as you can see, I'm already here on my KDP back end of reports. So I am going to go to last month, which will be March 2024. And here you will see that I sold 211 units out of just over 400 books, several of which I believe didn't get published until April. And here's the line chart throughout the month. So while we did have a few peaks and valleys, sometimes I just chalk that up to the day they were printed, but I did think it was exciting to have a new peak of 16 units sold in a day right here on March 14th. And on March 14th, I actually sold 4 copies of the same book, which is actually pretty unique because often I've noticed that my books sell 1 or 2 copies, but I sell several different styles and designs as opposed to multiples of the exact same book. So that was pretty fun and unique. I was hoping maybe it meant the ball was rolling and that book would take off, but haven't seen much further luck yet there. After that peak, you can see the sales tapered off a little bit for the rest of the month, but I did sell at least 2 books every single day for the month of March. And for me, where I'm at in this process, that is a great goal that I love to see hit. Knowing that I have a sale every single day is exciting enough, even once I realize that that only translates into a couple of dollars. You can always swap into bar chart mode and press compare books here. And in this case, I have the filter defaulting to my top 10 books. So this is kind of interesting because you can see here that even though this bar chart looks incredibly colorful and diverse, it's actually only showing me my top 10 sellers this month. So it means that 10 of my books are kind of spotting throughout the month and doing relatively well, but not necessarily selling in bulk. So you'll see that I sell this light blue sky blue book pretty consistently throughout the month. There's a red book that is selling throughout the month. And of course, that's one thing I can't be too transparent about right now is sharing with you exactly what those books are because they are proprietary and I do want to get this business off the ground. So as much as I love and appreciate all of you, I'm still not at the place to be able to have potential knockoffs hit the market before mine in niches that I've finally found that do well. Hopefully most of you wouldn't do that, but there's always somebody out there and I'm just not ready to risk that quite yet. So flipping over to the Royalties Estimator, we can see that as I flip back to last month, it pulls up in the month of March. Those book sales generated $369.60 in royalties. It's not bad, but it's certainly not the goal I had in mind. And remember, I do currently run lottery ads which I'm going to share a video for here if you haven't gotten started. So while it does already account for Amazon's share of royalties, it does not account for the money I had to pay them for ads. So if we've got $369 in royalties here, we still have to take into consideration my ad spend for the month. So we will click through to my campaigns. We'll make sure it's already showing me specifically the full month of March. And we'll see that in the month of March, I spent $116.17 on ads. So if we subtract this ad spend from the $369 in royalties generated, we come up with just over $250 in profits that I got to keep and throw into my bank account in the month of March. So nothing to complain about. Certainly nobody's going to complain about having an extra $250 in their pocket each month, but I am hoping to continue growing that number. My current takeaways here are that I set goals based on the growth I was seeing in November and December, and I knew it would take a hit in January, February, like most industries do, but I wasn't expecting March to stay so low. So I am trying to level set and curb my expectations, but I had set a goal to start seeing $500 profit months, and I was hoping to achieve that within second quarter. So now that we are in April and the second quarter is here, I think a few things I am going to work on are A, obviously continue to create and generate more books. B, I am going to continue to add more A+ content, which we haven't talked about yet, but I finally put together my first A+ content at the end of March, and I'm hoping that extra detail will help convert more browsers to buyers once they hit my product pages. And it looks like I need to continue finding the right marketing ad spend because my ACOS is still a little high, and I did have another month where I didn't catch a little bit of excessive ad spend early enough where I should have to be able to kind of help improve those ratios. All in all, I think March actually was about even in profit with month of February. It might have even been down a few dollars when I account for this ad spend. So I am interested to see what the spring and summer has ahead of us. If you follow along with these income reports and you ever have any more questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I am happy to be fully transparent, but I do have a finance background, so sometimes I can go on forever about the numbers and analyzing the data, and I try not to. But if you feel like something was confusing or left out, go ahead and ask me a question. And otherwise, if you are starting your journey or this is helpful in any way, feel free to always comment, let me know how, what else I can help with, or just let me know that you're out there watching and it's motivating or inspiring you. I always love to hear that, and I always love to know that it's helpful to even just one person out there. As always, I highly urge you to hit the subscribe button, follow along with this journey, become a member of this Amazon KDP publishing community, and see if you can make your own success as well. Until next time, goodbye.